Vinyl Monday hails from Rauta. I am Jerry, and this time I will talk to you about one of the underrated, yet still one of the better ones coming from Finland in terms of black metal. This one is Aegrus, a band that is closer to 20 years now in age, and this is their fourth album, Invoking the Abysmal Night. Now, these guys just recently, basically a few days ago from filming this video, played in my home city a good gig. There was a evening with 4 bands, everybody named so that the names would end up in U and S. So it was a warm-up gig for Turku Saatanalle event, which is a month later than this particular night, and Aegrus was headlining this 4-band evening. Unfortunately, the band wasn't ready this time. I want to underline it. I'm gonna talk to them through for an interview. So unfortunately, that didn't happen. However, the guys were kind enough to provide me with a album, vinyl in this case, which I'm here unboxing, or should we say unsleeving it for your viewing pleasure and to hearing what I think about this particular album. Let's first tackle the cover. As you can see, there's a Roby character staring into what I would say cosmic abyss. There's something very, very interesting in the cover. I mean, I'm living in the countryside and I often stare at the starry sky, and stars and darkness of space is always very, very tempting, feeding your imagination. So I'm like already, okay, you sign me up for that. And then you have this rather apocalyptic background here. I don't know, I like the colors, I like the theme. There is something very ageless in this theme. Now on the backside of the album cover, you will see, and once again, the Abyss, and now with track listing. I would say pretty cool packaging if you ask me. Inside you will find the actual sleeve where you just could put your album in, and of course the lyrics which are here. You can pretty much pause if you need to figure it out. You will have Jesus on the cross, a small band photo in the corner to give you a little bit of idea what the band looks like. Pretty much the same image as is on the Metal Archives at the moment. You will see a pentagram, you will see torches, inverted crosses, more lyrics, and then individual band photos. Mind you, on live there are 5 guys, so I guess live bassist in question. There's this main vocalist and guitarist, backup vocalist, and of course guitarist, drummer. All solid live performance. I can really say they are definitely worth the watch if you get to see them live, if you get to see the show and all. Always solid band, never letting you down. Now, I've been following more or less Aegrus since their Luciferian Engravings 2011, but missed the demos back in the days. Anyway, they're all albums I have heard so far, good. All EPs, good. I think the band has been getting roughly a little bit better over the years, but still maintaining what is their main dish, the main course, and that is traditional black metal in the 1990s way. Now, mind you, this band is of course from 2000s, so you could say how it possible they are like doing 90s stuff if they didn't exist back in the day. And I'm saying, okay, this is more like a missing link for a lot of bands nowadays, especially 2020s, 2020s, well, you get the idea, are doing more like modernized version of black metal. Of course, there are lots of bands that go like totally retro, going back to like early 90s or early 80s, early mid 80s, whatever. But Aegrus is more like the missing link, like linking the 1990s feeling later parts or mid parts to 2000s without sounding too modern, without sounding like overly retro-ish with the sound. I mean, they sound strong and yet they're not too overly polished. And that is very, very much, in my opinion, one of the important factors when we're talking about songwriting, as well as how you want to make it sound in terms of production. You have those raspy, evil vocals, or maybe they're more in the screamisms than raspy, but not exactly the most like unhinged, crazy, low raspy ones. Not exactly Dannyfield screaminess, but somewhere in the middle. So you could say quite traditional in the end. But they're good, and I think that matters. When it comes to songwriting, there is absolutely nothing super memorable about the riffs. But that goes both as a curse and a blessing. Blessing in the sense that if you're looking for traditional black metal, and by traditional I'm more leaning towards 1990s than 1980s, Aegrus is going to deliver you that. They deliver you the kind of a dark, sinister feeling without being like exactly extreme in the sense. I mean, while they do have melodies, they don't go overboard. While they do have some parts which might be less extreme than some other bands, they don't sound soft, nor they sound super raw or super grim, but they definitely have the grimness, the sinister darkness. So I would say if you're much like me, that you fell in love with the 1990s black metal for various reasons, whether it's about lyrics, whether about its the themes, whether about its production riffs, songwriting in general, Aegrus is pretty much a solid band go-to. Now, I don't know why they are not more famous or infamous for that matter in terms of Finnish black metal bands, because in my opinion they can easily compete with a bunch of Finnish black metal from the A class. I'm talking the best in the line kind of stuff. Whether we are talking about bands like Beheksen, Satanic Warmaster, Clandestine Blaze, Horna, what have you, I think Aegrus belongs to the same group, always delivering good stuff, and this album is no exception. For me, it's hard to pick my favorite Aegrus, even though I have a couple of their albums in my collection, because like I said, they are not actually most memorable band in the earth, but whenever you listen to it, you'll kind of like understand why it is in your collection. They never do weak songs, they don't perform weakly, they don't, do mistakes in that sense. They deliver what is expected, and if you don't like it, maybe the problem is that you don't like traditional black metal more than with their albums. This being said, this album was out through Osmose Productions in October already, 2023 that is, so it's been out for a few months now. But like always said, good music never gets old, so you should totally check it out if you're into black metal to begin with. Now, these words being said, check out the links provided in the description box, and off you go. If you're much like me and you like good art with the album covers, vinyl is the way to go, as shown all you already. But whatever you do, it's up to you with formats. Music first, format second, as the saying goes. Now off you go, enjoy some Aegrus and enjoy. Bye bye.